Okay, looks like we're on. Can anybody in the chat just give me a thumbs up or an okay if they can hear me say anything at all? Otherwise, this is going to be a little bit dull. Well, thanks, Rune. Can you hear me? Anybody? I can see my microphone's on, my camera's on. Just need somebody to let me know that they can hear me. If that's okay. Perfect. Thanks very much for letting me know. Awesome, brilliant. Yep. Oh, I see Chris, Adam, Rune, Richard. Fantastic. Good stuff. Right. Do you know what? I haven't done a live for so long. And this is one of those rare occasions where my wife and the mini noobs are all out of the house, so I don't have to worry about making too much noise or waking anybody up or the children coming in or anything like that. So I just thought now is the opportunity. Oh, thanks, Phoenix. And yeah, really, I mean, yes, I'll be picking some locks, probably badly because I find it very hard to concentrate on reading comments, which is, just need to change my camera a wee bit, move it across. What I see on screen and what you see is completely different. It's very strange. Maybe it doesn't really matter if it's a bit weird, does it? Anyway, oh, hi, Gaz. Yeah, so I really am hoping that you can save me from having to pick too many locks by asking me stuff and just generally chatting away, because that's really the most fun thing. So, yeah, I thought I'd look at some of these clones. Is going to make a horrible noise. I'm sorry. For those of you who don't know, I've got a ceramic floor tile here because the grey makes a really nice contrast of the background. White seems a little bit too much in your face. So I've got all of these American lock clones here, and they're all just fabulous picks, and I thought, why not? Some of them have stories, most of them don't. But yeah, let me just move them all back. Sorry, close your ears again. It's going to sound horrible. And we're going to start off. Oh yeah, who doesn't love these, Chris? They're amazing. Adam Ambler, are you going to make a new vid on the picks you have in your daily set soon? Yeah, I will do, but I can give you a quick run through now, which gives a really good opportunity for me to not have to pick anything for a minute and just get my bearings. So this also gives me a chance to address one of the questions I get, which is like, oh, you design and review and all this stuff, but you don't have it in your kit. Like, that's a problem, and it's not that I have any particular. How can I put it? Once I'm used to something, it doesn't matter if there's a better thing. I use the thing I'm used to, and I think I've seen this a lot from people who do like woodworking or creating, all those kind of things. Sometimes they've got their favorite chisel or hammer, and it isn't the best one you can buy. It isn't like a snap-on or a Nipex or whatever it is, but it's the one they're used to, and it's what they enjoy, it's what they like. It's they know how it feels, how it's going to work. When the feedback, they understand what it's going to exactly be like. Some things do get in here. I think I've got some things. Yep, I've got the new monkey paw, for example, which, even if I say so myself, it's just really useful sometimes. That little ledge makes all the difference in just sort of you getting position on some pins and some locks. Other new items here are the Bona and the Monith from Multi-Pick there. No, that's a very good, actually, Southord Triple Peak, but it's that one, yeah, there we go. So those two do. But it's not that I don't want to use things. It's a bit like that new vent lockpick set. It's like really good, but but I've got my own kit, so yeah, it's not like I'm not going to ever use the picks. If like I said, I've got sets from nearly every manufacturer, major manufacturer now, and I do sometimes use them, like but I just don't use them all the time. Like there's this really great deep hook from it's an 18,000th deep hook from Multipick, and that saved me so many times. And maybe if I use it often enough, I'll probably buy a separate one to go into this kit rather than using the full Multipick set, because I'm a bit weird like that. I like to keep things like neat and stuff. Partly because I'm like that, and partly because when I'm doing like YouTube videos and go, oh, look at this kit, look at that kit, I want them to look kind of newish because, you know, it looks better on camera rather than just beat up with half of them missing. Yeah, I've learned that in the past, never throw something away. Anyway, a quick run through of what I've got in my kit. So the only custom pick I've got is from Daz Evers. I hope you all know who he is. What was that? Forte and Blues. Welcome to the community. Fred Flintstoner, using my paw recently for medicos. Oh, really? I'm not a great medico picker, I'll be honest. So I don't use it very much. Gaz R saying it's awful using somebody else's tools. Yeah, like I said, it's not about how good they are. They could be like they could be the Ferrari of tools. But if you're used to your tools, that's all you need. Oh, they were out. What? They were out of the dipped ones. The monkey paw. They. So sorry. Forte and Blues. Were they really out of these? The monkey paws in these handles? Were they? I mean, that's quite good then, because that means that. That means that they're selling well. I mean, like I said, I don't profit off the sales of these, but my ego is always flattered if people like something and buy it, because, you know, that's part of my thing. You know, it's part of my channel. It's part of my my hobby. My hobby is trying to get some ideas out there. Anyway, oh, hi Leon, good to see you, mate. For those of you who don't know, Leon is just an awesome bloke. Hasn't done some lockpick videos for a while, but his back catalogue is definitely worth a flick through. Hey, Tony S, cool. Anyway, sorry, I'll keep getting distracted, but yeah, okay, I'll try and do a quick run through. So the only custom pick I've got is this one from Daz Evers. Why I've got it in the kit, I think it's because it's quite a thin pick. I think it's about 20 thousandths, and it's just great. And I just found that I use it quite a lot. That's all I've got. I've got a load of Sparrow stuff here, because it's just really strong and very durable. And I've got my short hook in, here, and a monkey paw and a high HD, and then I've got a Euro hook, medium hook, and short hook in 20 thousandths as well. And one of my favorite picks actually is the Lunatic, and that's relatively new to the family in well, not to the Sparrows family, but in my Bago stuff. I've naturally got my Peterson gem. Peterson is a company I've never really worked with at all, but they do make my favourite all-time pick. No worries, Forte and Blues. I've got some pinning tweezers, and people say, why don't I use actual pinning tweezers instead of these flat end ones? The pinning tweezers with the little grips on are great for pins if you set them in at right angles, but I personally, again, it's like I was saying before, it's not that these are better, it's just that, how can I put it? These are more dynamic, although they're more slippy. I don't know, I just like these. Maybe I'm just used to them. Maybe that's it. Got a whole bunch of rakes here. I've got a Southord and a Dangerfield triple peak, and both of them are different to each other, as you can see, different amplitudes there, and that makes a big difference. So having both is really useful, I find. Got a Sparrows city rake for old time's sake, and hardly ever use it, but it's worthwhile. The Abona and the Monith, and a Sparrows worm, and you know, I don't do a lot of raking, but that's going to get you into most stuff if it's rakeable, I would say. Yeah, you've got all the Bogota sets and things like that, and they'll get you into more stuff, of course, because they'll replicate some keyways better than these ones. But you know, like I said, if I've got those kits, if I really want to rake a lock and I need a specific rake, I can always go get them. But this is my, like, you know, I've got enough. Opening it up a bit more, I've got a whole bunch of stuff over here which is really useful. So I've got like a gut wrench, a goat, a couple of Chinese Z bars, and this one which is quite useful, and I think I can store it in this kit because I couldn't figure out where else to stick it. But yeah, it's useful. Oh, Brian Field says Lunatic got me through my first pack lock. Yeah, it's such a great pick, isn't it? The Lunatic, yeah. Okay, so I don't like deforest profiles because I find that normally the angle of the turn often gets in the way of a pin in front of the one that you're picking, because the angle isn't steep enough, and that's why I don't like those picks which are curved as well. Again, no hate on anybody that does like those, it's just not my preference. But the Lunatic, whilst it doesn't go in every keyway, wherever I put it, here it is, the angle is so steep, I find that it has the advantages of the deforest, greater reach, and doesn't impinge on the pin in front, which if it's like a low set pin can be a problem. So again, a bit situational, but for my personal taste, I love that one. Oh, hi Yukov. Ah, Gaz, you love the deforest picks. Yeah, a lot of people do, and I just don't get it. But you know, I like the fact that people like things different to me. These are the Southwold Max picks. I absolutely love these, but they don't do them in 23 thousandths with these plastic handles anymore. And they're great. I think one of the best short hooks ever, the 07B. And yeah, I just keep them in here because they're 23 thousandths. They're really strong. They've got really nice thin profiles. I mean, everything about them is just fantastic. I've always wanted a set of those, like the full set, but they were expensive, and they stopped making them a few years back now, I think, that particular one. But yeah, I'm always, if anybody knows of somebody selling the full untouched set of the plastic handles, that'd be great. Oh, how does Medusa compare to the Sandman? They're both need wide keyways, otherwise good, but you need very open keyways, very like American style keyways to get the most out of them. Like that, for example, something like that in terms of the Medusa and Sandman. Oh, multi-pick deforest piano 2 favourite from Medicos. Yep. Okay, so then I've got a load of tension tools. These were from Rubber Band, Hooligan keys. I don't know if he sells them on his site, but these have gone into my kit because they're just amazing. They're really thick, really strong Z bars, and they're great at getting into the keyways of not multi-locks, master locks. I'll show you what I mean. So on these, so they just go in really tightly and get a lot of tension on without damaging the warding down here, and other similar keyways, of which there are many locks out there with similar keyways, Lockwoods for example. Then going across, I've got some Pickology picks. Not great actually, but these ones are really nice little rakes for smaller locks. And this is a broken key extractor. I snipped the end off and it makes an excellent little probe. I think they're 23 thousandths. A whole bunch of wiper blade style bottom of the keyway tensioners, my Mad Bob's tensioners, which you'll probably see in a minute when I start picking. A couple of spooks, dimple picks left and right, which I hardly use because I tend to use my Honest Dongshi or multi-pick ones. You know, I get the whole set out to do it. Got some Law Lock Tools picks in here. Love Law Lock Tools. Love those extra long handles. Great steel as well. So I've got like a load of just a couple of their longer rakes. They're really quite good actually, especially for, again, master locks. A couple of the, and then some 15 thousandths picks, which I don't use that often, but again, probably use the medium hook, the most out of the 15,000s. You can see it's marked off, which, as I always say, really recommend for locks where you're rubbing against the wardings just to mark off your pins, because it just gives a visual indicator where you might not have the same kind of feedback. Oh, good question. Sean Johnson, a zombie apocalypse and you can only have one tensioner, one rake and one pick. Okay, well that's really easy. I'd have this tensioner, that pick, and I'd probably go for so yeah, those. If I had to, and I wouldn't want to because it's way too little. Oh, or maybe the Southord thinned one. Okay, I'd be torn between this one here, which is Mad Bob's, and this one, which is Southord. Probably on this one, just because it doesn't slip round as much in some locks. The I keep picking up the wrong thing. There it goes. The Southord Bogota, or Triple Peak, and the Peterson Gem. Those would be my Zombie Apocalypse 3 today. I'd probably change my mind tomorrow. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, that's I hope that answers the question about what's in my general kit. And yeah, I mean, it's probably a bit bloated now, but I try to thin it out every now and again. I used to have a few things in there which I don't anymore, but yeah, it's all right. Anyway, look, let's try and pick something. I wanted to pick this American lock to begin with. One, because, you know, talking about American lock clones, so why would we not pick an American lock first? And I have a huge love for American lock 1100s. The first one I ever picked was owned by somebody on the chat at the moment, Yukoff, who lent me a red one, and I could not pick it until I realised that I had picked it many times. It's just that the core spring was so tough that I picked it and just not turned it hard enough to open the shackle. A common mistake, which I covered off in one of my videos, 10 reasons why you can't pick a lock. So yeah, but this one, actually, if you count that, 6 pins, and if you look at the key, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's because the 6th pin rests on the nose, and this was pinned up for me by Pete Restall, who some of you may remember. A really, really good picker. Just had some personal issues and decided not to carry on with his channel. I hope that he comes back, but I hope that for all those lost channels. You'll notice I'm going to be using a vise for picking, and I actually prefer to pick these American locks in hand. The reason I'm going to use a vise is because I was picking earlier and I was getting some really bad cramp, and this will still allow me to pick locks and just ease up on having to hold the lock with my hand and tension it all at the same time. So forgive me, but I think I'm allowed. That's an excuse. Let's undo that a little bit. Turn it. Out of all the locks I own, 1100s are my fave, says Leon's Lock Pad. Yeah, I mean, they're just great, aren't they? And I always use a 1.2mm. Brand doesn't really matter, but I like the My Mad Bobs, which they were still around as well. There we go. So yeah, hopefully you can see that I'm very, very much brand agnostic when it comes to my kit. Who have I got? I've got Sparrows, Multi-Pig, Law Lock Tools, Picology, Daz Evers, Multi-Pick, Southord, and Dangerfield, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I don't care who makes stuff as long as it's good. Okay. Oh, Adam says lockpicking Laura Bosnian Bill have been my inspiration for starting lockpicking a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, this channel wouldn't even exist without Bosnian Bill for sure. And yeah, lockpicking Lawyer just does such great content, and my goodness, is he skilled? He really is. Mako does good locks. They do. Says What's this? It's a bit floppy. I should have actually just put the whole body in the lock, in the vice, shouldn't I? Sorry. Yes, Adam. Yeah. Just dropping the lock with a mic nearby. It's probably going to kill somebody's ears. That's all. Oh, you like the Salton 40, Gaz? I didn't know. Really? Not over the American lock, surely. Rune. Oh, way past the bedtime. Oh, no worries, Rune. Thank you for dropping by. Really appreciate it. Seapox are the worst. Chris, you're not wrong. They were awful. Okay. Let's have a look. So 6. Better be able to pick this now, aren't I? 3, 2. Oh, into a full set. It's not 6, it's 5 now. Uh, 3 there. Onto the serrated spools, almost losing my tension. Can't use a Peterson, your hands are too big. Yeah, the handles could just be a tiny bit bigger, couldn't they? But they're still super comfy. I'm quite a big fan of the older Peterson handles, I have to say. Not quite open on this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, which means it's pin 1, and we're open. There we go. Good night, Rune. I can't pick from a vice, keeps wiggling out from me. Get yourself one of the, oh, what are they? Panavice 350, not a sponsor. God, I'd love to be sponsored by Panavice. That'd be awesome. I'd like to be sponsored by somebody, actually. That'd be cool. Thanks, Brian. Right. Oh, why did I just do that? That was so stupid, because I'm clearly going to use the vice for another lock at some point, aren't I? So that was the American lock. That's so cool. I've got a video coming up, and a subscriber, Jason, sent me this American lock, and he had this custom pinned, and it isn't easy. It's so not easy. Sponsored by a shampoo brand. Yeah. I'm here, Timotei. If you want to, do they even exist anymore? Shows my age. If you want a sponsorship deal, I'm up for it. So that's that one. Okay, who's next? Sal 40, I think, because it was mentioned. Can't remember this lock at all, apart from it being pink. When did I even get this? It's something to do with the UK Lot Sport Forum. That's all I remember. Been some time. Yeah, I haven't picked this for ages. It's probably going to kick my bottom. I love the Panavice, but never use it. Oh yeah, I use it all the time. Oh yeah, the Panavice 350. It's not cheap, but it's probably one of the best out there. Of course, it's one of those things I never knew about until Bosnian Bill used it. Can I get the 1.2 in this one, or is it? I remember it being a little thinner. Oh, that's a bit wobbly. Probably didn't screw it on very well. No, I'm going to have to use a 1mm, I think. Gaz has one of these in the same colour. Yeah, it's quite nice having all the different colours of these things. That's what I like about these Lotto locks. They actually come in some decent ranges of colours. What's this? 1mm. There we go. That should do. I'm terrified I won't be able to pick this now. Can I get it at that angle? Yeah, we'll give it a go. I say terrified, like it matters. I'll just move to a different lock if I can't do it. Oh, 5. So back. 3. One's right up behind the tension tool. This is where I might try to use a lunatic, because it can reach up better behind these top of the keyway tensioners. There we go, got it. Still probably going to ping it out. Wow, look how floppy that anti-drill plate is. I've definitely done something stupid to it, haven't I? Oh, there we go. Oh, got an open. I might use this opportunity to see if I can tighten the screw on that. Obviously not gone all the way. I'm a bit worried because my iPad has said it's on 5% battery, which is a bit rubbish. Wow, that's tough. There we go, got it open. Okay, what's it got in there? Little screw. I have got this actually charged in as well, but the live stream may be caught short by the fact that my battery will die. Let's see what we can get out of it, eh? It's still nice to have everybody on board and here. I really appreciate it. So that's the Sal. Oh, vent have turned up. Cool. And oh, Baldilocks. Awesome. Baldilocks have been really quiet recently, mate, but it's really, really, really awesome to see you. Oh, K1 Locks, how many videos I have in the bag? I counted 50. I got 50 unreleased videos. Which is really, it's so dumb. And there's no need for it. But yeah, that's how many. I've got 50 unreleased videos. But it does mean I can go on holiday and don't have to worry about things so much. So, you know. Oh, what next? What's going on? True Value. This one was interesting. Never heard of True Value. I think it's an American brand, but I remember it having some nice spools in and being relatively fun. So maybe you should try that one. Pizza number 4 hooking a bra wire tensioner. Another bra tensioner fan. I did a video called "Picking a Lock with Your Mum's Bra," which is actually quite proud of the results of the bra wire pick and tensioners I made. They were pretty good. True Value Hardware Store in the US, thank you. Okay, this one will take the 1.2. Yeah, I think that the my live stream will probably go off basically because of my iPad charge, which is rubbish. So it might be a shorter one than normal, this one, but we'll see. Maybe I can do something about the brightness while I'm here and reduce the brightness right down on my iPad. That might help. We'll do that, we'll reduce that down. There we go. Anything to sort of make it last a bit longer for us. Okay. Oh, Daryl McGee, good morning from Australia. Should be working to store the feed. Awesome. Please don't get fired on my behalf, though. That was, sorry, I should be saying 5, 4, 2. That was 1. And then back to 4. Oh, lovely. Like I said, it's actually got some really good spools in this lock. I was surprised when I picked it. I thought it was going to be absolute trash, but it's really nice. It's a really nice pick. Lockpicking mechanic LPM. I've got a locksmith apprenticeship. Awesome. Here we go. It's pin 2 now. And we're open. Lovely. Yeah, I genuinely, if you want to learn spools and you have a True Value near you and you fancy a nice looking brass lock, fully recommend one of those. Any other questions for anybody while I'm just here? I just love the idea of Dad in the garage with a collection of Mum's bras when she walks. Well, you say, so funny story. I was travelling back from visiting Yukov, who's on this chat, and I stopped off at an Asda, which is like a big Walmart in the UK. In fact, it used to be an Asda Walmart for that matter. Anyway, I digress. And I went in there specifically because I was like, okay, I'm not with the you know, I'm just going past this shop. I can go grab a bra because, you know, supermarket bras are cheap, and I only needed to cut it up to make lockpicks with. So, and I went in there, and they had a sale on. I managed to get these a pair of bras for like £7, just under $10, and I was like, this is awesome. You know, really big bras, lots of nice underwire in it. Make some excellent pics out of this. And I literally bump into my wife and kids holding this 2-pack of cheap bras, and because she was going up there to have a look at school uniforms, and bless her, she didn't bat an eyelid because she knows me so well. She's like, "Ah, he's bought massive bras. There must be a lot picking reason for it." Anyway, Ace True Value, good value for the money. I've got an Ace here actually. Oh, Iggy, see you later. Thank you for joining. What should I go with? What should I go with? There's so much choice. So much choice. What's this one? This looks awful. I want to pick a really bad one. Club. Oh, that bitting's awful as well. Look at that. Yep. Go on then. Let's pick a bad one. But yeah. Please do ask questions, because it gives me a break from picking. I really love the interactions. It's one of the reasons I do these live streams, because, you know, I love doing my picking videos, but yeah, it's just a nice way to interact with the community, especially, you know, all the people in the US as well, because yeah, I can meet up with people in the UK, but not so much people in the US. That was 5-4, nothing on 3. Oh, 2 is very gritty. Oh, good question. Fave clone from Adam. I'm gonna have to say, and this is cheating because I think it's actually me. I think it's, but I really like the Matlock, which is a Federal 90A clone. So the Federal 90A and the Matlock 5005 are my favourite American lock clones, and that's because they are almost the same as an American lock on the inside. Not quite. The American lock is still better. In fact, I don't know of any lock out there that has a better. Maybe the Pack Lock Pro is pretty good, but I don't know of any lock out there that has a better set of pins and tolerances as a Lotto lock as the American 1100. And I'll die on that hill. Oh, what happened? What happened about Bronx Lock Picker? Sorry, I'm not concentrating on the pick because I'm trying to figure out what's happened to Bronx Lock Picker. Tony, oh no, that's terrible. Okay, so yeah, so Bronx Lock Picker daughter passed away, and there is a GoFundMe. So if anybody can check that out, that'd be awesome. It's always good to help people out in the community. That's terrible though. Really is terrible. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got an open. Yeah, that's awful. If everybody actually knows him, then do pass on my very deepest condolences to him. Can't imagine anything worse than that. There we go. Got the open. Why do they make the springs in these so super strong? No, it's just not very good, Tony S. And it would have opened a whole lot quicker if I hadn't been mostly looking away from the lock and reading the comments on my monitor, which is about 100 degrees that way. What should we try? I haven't tried the Casp for ages. I just really haven't picked a Casp. I haven't picked a Casp lock for ages, actually. Oh, Dark Arts Lockpicking has links to the GoFundMe page on his channel. And also, it's worth checking out Dark Arts Lockpicking anyway, so yeah, go on there. Adam Harris never tried the underwire. Yeah, it's curved, which is annoying, but it's like a really good, often, because obviously it can't go rusty, they make it out of quite a good spring stainless. It's actually quite a good material. Thanks, Tony, for passing that on. Did it have security pins? Oh, good question. I think I felt a spool in there. maybe a couple, but it could have just been poor tolerances. Sorry. Like I said, I was distracted by that awful news. So yeah, I wasn't really paying much attention to what's going on in the lock. I wouldn't recommend it anyway. The True Value one, yes. The Club one, yeah, not so much. Okay. What was this one? Oh, yeah, that was the CASP. What's the number? Oh, the 14040. That's the one. I believe this is very similar to the Sal 40, apart from it has a Yale style keyway, which means I might have to swap picks to Sparrow Short Hook. Would that be good? And then the bottom of the keyway tension, mix things up a bit. Not a lot of these clones have a Yale-ish style keyway. Obviously and you could argue these aren't really clones because they're obviously more of a rounded body shape, but the 7240 from Abus, you know, is one. I've even got like a 50mm chub here, which I might have a pick at. And again, is that really a clone? No, it's more like the series 50. I can't remember. Right, let's have a go. What's the keys like on that one? Yeah, average. Okay, let's have a go. Oh, quite okay. So might need some firm tension on there. 4. Wasn't happy with any of that. 3D effect, didn't see much counter rotation. Yeah, you could have been right. Could have all been standard, to be fair. Oh, my stomach's like rumbling. Sorry. K1 Lock says, what are the underwires used for? Well, I don't know whether you're referring to, in general, what do bras have underwires for, or what do we use underwires for lock picking. I'll answer the latter rather than the former, which is what we use it because it's great steel and it makes really good tensioners and picks, actually. This is horrible in here. Oh, will I try today? I won't, because, and some of them are bypassable, and the reason I won't is because I've got my bypass tool completely away from where I need to be to get it. Plus, and I'll be perfectly honest with you here, I'm just rubbish at it. A bit like picking this lock. I don't think the bitting's anything to shout about. Can you see that at the back? No, you can't, I think, on the camera. Yeah, it's really nothing to shout about, but I'm failing miserably at picking this anyway, so let's have a go. I'll get there, maybe. Oh, okay, Sasha, thanks for popping by. It sounded like a suppressed fart. No, I promise you, I would tell you if that was the case. It was my poor stomach. I did eat, but I ate quite quickly before I came on, and I think my stomach is letting me know that it's not happy with the arrangement. Yeah, this one's actually strangely. Oh, my stomach's at it again. Seriously, what? I think it isn't my iPad trying to tell me that it's running out of power, or my stomach getting jealous or wanting to join in. I don't know. Oh, this is not working out. This one. Quick, somebody ask me a question. Was that an MRE you had for tea? No, it was Chipotle sausages. Yeah, okay, right, let's try that again. Maybe I'll pick it in hand. Maybe that's the answer to this one. I don't know. I'm not getting good vibes off this lock. Let's swap over to Daz's pick as well. Maybe that'll give me some luck. It feels really mushy inside here. I know that's an excuse, but it doesn't feel healthy inside here. Okay, so again, very mushy in here. Hard to describe, but it's like eek. I've got into a full set, and I'm going to put it back in the vise now, because I can. Adam, go make dinner, you've got to eat. Right, let's try it again. I might just try and poke the tension tool down a bit. There we go, get more comfy. I'm in a full set, but I can't feel what needs to be picked in here. Terrible feedback at this point. I don't know why. Oh, maybe actually. Where is it? I've got a nice multi-pick tensioner somewhere. That might go in the top. Too thick. Just right, okay. That'll allow me to wiggle the pick round a bit more into here. Ah, there we go. It was pin 5 or 6 at the back. I don't know if it's a 6 pin or not. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins. 6 pins. So it's pin 6. And the reason I couldn't pick it was because I think that I was picking off the warding here, and the pick I was using was just too big, and I couldn't get it past pin 5, which is quite low. And once I got it in, then I could wiggle it around. I could reach that pin at the back, and then we got it. So yeah, never give in. Oh, 3D effects question. Thanks, Tony. I'll have to scroll up. Scroll up. Do you prefer lifting the pick with your finger or levering it off the bottom of the keyway? If I can leave it off watering on the bottom of the keyway, that's what I will do. And yeah, I will pick with my finger if I'm pushing down on pins. Otherwise, I'll use the power of the lever wherever I can. I'm quite heavy-handed with the tension, so it's just my preference, really. Thanks for the highlight there, Tony. Can you try to rake that one after you've just done for a variety, Sean? Yeah, which one was it? It was a cast, wasn't it? Okay, we're going to cheat, though. We're going to have a look at that and just say what would be a reasonable rake. Because if you look here, you've got 2 very low set pins there. If I was going to choose a rake for that, I'd get out like a Southord or multi-pick set, which has the gap between the 2, and try to so the 1 and then the 2 peaks at the end, and try to do something. I've actually got some sets nearby me. Let me have a look. I don't think it's going to be possible, but never say never. So it'd be this pick here is the one I'd choose. I don't think it's going to work because this lock didn't feel great picking it. Okay, so but if I show you on the key why I would choose that pick, and yes, I wouldn't know, so I'd have to go through. I'd have to cycle through. People say, "Oh, how do you know if you didn't have the key there?" I'd be like, well, you just pick a pick and you give it a go, and then you pick another pick and give it a go, and you keep cycling around until one of them works. But since we can cheat because we're here and we can learn something from it, so it's not really cheating, it's just a learning opportunity. I can show you how that would work. While let's choose a triple peak, or I've got a quad peak, it's the same thing. Put a quad peak in here, you might find that you're oversetting pins or triple peak, you might be oversetting pins 2 and 3 there. So, like I said, I think it's going to be a difficult lock to pick. So I'm going to not so much cheat as speed up the process. There you go. Speed up the process of randomly finding the right one to do, and we'll try to give it a go. Is that all locked back up? Yeah. Oh, hi, Brummy Lockpicker. Most difficult clone. Ah, God, Adam's doing some great questions. Most difficult clone. That's possibly the Mako. Possibly, yeah. Or a Federal 90A with a really good bitting. Saying that, so a Master Lock Pro series can actually be quite tricky at times. But yeah, I'd probably say the Mako Pro series or Packlock Pro. Yeah, there's a Packlock somewhere, isn't there? The Packlock Pro, the Mako, maybe the Federal. But the one that's given me the most problems ever was a Brinks. But I don't think it was the lock being overall very good. It was just that particular Brinks gave me like the worst problems. But I don't think it's what's it called? I don't think it's because all of the Brinks were good. It just happens to be a Brinks. Oh, Leon, Nate, thank you so much for popping by. Really appreciate it. Right, let's give this a go. I'd love to get an open on this. I don't think we will, but I'd love to get one. We're in a full set though. Well, no, I'm getting to a full set. That's as good as I can get with this. And this is, I just don't think that this particular lock is one which I would normally like try to rake, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm in a full set. That's which is a good sign. It means that we're sort of getting there, if that makes sense. I'll give it a few more seconds. Yeah, I'm not convinced. Like I said, it's got a lot of spools in there, and it's a bit of a nasty lock. So I just don't think that I'm going to get this one. Yeah, but you know, it's worth a go, and it's a good suggestion to give it a go. But yeah, this particular lock in general, yeah, it's a bit mushy at the best of times anyway. Get in there. Okay, right. Let's give that a go again. Yeah, it gets me into that full set. I wonder if I could do. Could I get that in there? Get that up there like that. Get that in there like. No, which one? Where is it? Get that in the top like this. I'm clutching here. I'm clutching. Try and get it rake into the full set. Start with a rake or a hook. If I'm in competition, which is rare but it happens, I of course start with a rake and then finish off with a hook. Otherwise, I SPP everything just because I find the most pleasure in doing it that way. Because lockpicking for me isn't about, you know, the speed. It's about the enjoyment, and that's really it. Nah, it's not gonna rake. I'm in Jomar. Yeah, I'll be surprised if it open too. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but one of the reasons having problems picking this is it's mushy and gritty and gross on the inside. I don't know if this is made particularly well, honestly, this lock, so yeah, we'll ignore it. Let's try the Federal. I haven't picked a Federal for ages. I love Federal, by the way. And the 90A is a good one. Looks like a reasonable bitting. Let's get that in there. Oh, thanks, Tom. No, see, I love raking. I absolutely love raking locks. But I don't think it's massively entertaining. And I find I don't learn as much from it. So I just don't tend to do a lot of raking. But yeah, it can be super fun, for sure. And yeah, if you're in competition, just getting a full set makes all the difference. 1.2, will that go in? Nico Nista says, I use rakes too much. Ah, it's whatever you like, isn't it? Adam Harris, I've never raked. Oh, we should. It is a fun thing to do. Okay, pin 3. Little click. Pin 1. Need my lunatic because that seems to be a high set pin or higher set than I was expecting behind. There you go. The tension tool. Oh, overset pin 6 there, but got it back. 5. Ooh, Federal 100 in your hand, cool. I do love a Federal lock, I have to say. They seem to make locks for like everybody else as well. I can't prove it, but I swear. Oh, we're in a full set. Also, just need to like hit this with a screwdriver because it's trying to get that pin 1 means it's almost sliding out. There we go. Bit of a... Oh, hit pin 2 into a bit of a false set again. Does that mean that pin 1 is the one to go for? Probably. So swap over to the lunatic again. Try not to ping out the attention tool. I think I got it. Hard to tell. That felt like pin 3. Don't trust it though. Mr. Noob, do you think you could pick the Kraken that Bosnian Bill picked many moons ago? I don't know. What was the Kraken? Was it a challenge lock? I'm not sure. It sounds familiar, but maybe that's just because the Kraken is very sort of evocative word, isn't it? Ah, we've got an open. There we go. Just won a Federal 200 and 300 this past week. Oh yeah, you'll love them. I've got a couple of big Federals here actually, within reaching distance. What have we got? I've got a 500. There's a 500 with some interesting core in it. I can't remember what that is. And then got a 650 here with a Schlage SX in it. Oh, they're just great, aren't they? I know they're only lock bodies, but they still look great. Anyone able to rake with success using top of the keyway tension? Yes, but you've got to watch really hard that you don't end up dragging the tension out when you rake, that's all. Locksport Viking, have fun either taking part in the billiards league or watching it, whatever it is that you're doing. Parasite, gorgeous Federals. Oh yeah, for sure. I actually like this one because it's like that nice sort of, I don't know what colour you call it, sort of bronzy brown. It's nice, isn't it? Just nice. I've got the matte lock, which is, as far as I can tell, the same lock. I mean, everything from the way it's been cut in and the keys and everything. I mean, come on, that should say Federal on it, shouldn't it? I'd be so surprised if it wasn't a Federal lock. Plus, this green's great, isn't it? That screw doesn't look seated right. Don't know why. Should we have a look at the key? That looks very similar to another one we picked today. Maybe they just all look the same now. What did that look like? I swear there was a lock we picked earlier which had a very similar bitting to that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going mad. It's very probable. Was it the True Value? No. Yeah, I probably am just going mad. Ignore me. What was it? Did I think it was a Sal 40? No, they're all the same anyway. They're all the same, basically, aren't they? Let's put that in the device then. No, okay. Try to trap the keys in the vice. There we go. What is monkey's paw? Okay, monkey paw is a variant on a notched pick. It's more like a ledged pick. It's not quite interchangeable with a standard notch pick in terms of its functionality. It's slightly different, but you sort of almost have to use it to understand why. People really like it though, so I think that, and basically imagine that that's the side profile of a pin. When you're pulling back on the pick, the pin will rise up and then it'll sort of stop there. Can you see? So rise up and stop. A standard notch pick doesn't quite give you the same kind of experience, and that's when you can push it up. But you can also, if you put your nail across it like that, it's essentially the same profile as a thin short hook anyway. So you can use a tip to do that. So it just gives you slightly better idea of when you're on a pin in some locks. Some people really like it. I imagine a lot of experienced lock pickers will have no need for it. Yeah, I mean, I do use it though. So what can I tell you? Trying to find my 1.2mm tensioner, guys. Where do you get them? Any Sparrows lockpicks reseller, and obviously Sparrows lockpicks themselves. And no, I don't get any money off the sales of them. So you can buy as many as you want, and it won't line my pockets. Lockpicking mechanic says Sparrows guy can't lie. Well, as you can see from my kit earlier, I mean, we're spoiled. Can we just say that we're really spoiled? I don't really know of a major lockpick manufacturer out there that sells like bad picks. I mean, there are profiles that I don't care for, and I have my preferences, but we're really spoiled, aren't we? When it comes down to it, I mean, geez. Okay, feels like pin 1. They're going to ping that out, I can tell. I need my deeper hook. It's a problem. You've got to sort of, there we go, full set. Lovely job. Oh, how many tools you had licensed now? Licensing's a weird one. I'll keep it in a full set while I answer this. So, although companies make money off designs, would you believe that there isn't like a massive amount of there's clearly a big market, but there's a lot of resellers. It isn't like you're selling cars or something like that. You know, it's you're selling a niche product, and a lot of the companies therefore don't spend the money on trademarks and copyrights and things, because then you have to defend them and take people to court and cease and desist, and that costs loads of money. So basically, if any company out there, bar a few products, wanted to copy a pick profile or a tool design off another one, there's very little another company could do. So the idea about like licensing stuff is, I just want to clear that up, a bit of a misnomer. What I tend to do is I tend to make something and then approach a company and say, hey, what do you reckon to this? And sometimes they just go, no, it's not for me. and that's fine. And I might approach another one or whatever. But to answer the actual question, I'll try and count it up from memory. So the Medusa, which I sort of co-developed with Penne from New Zealand. The Czech pins, which are based on my checkers and chess pins. The munition pins, which are based on munitions. They're a challenge pin as well. The Christmas pins, what were they called? Scrooge pins by Sparrow's Lockpicks. The monkey paw in the wide handle, monkey paw in the narrow handle. The Monolith and Abona as single picks, but then we went on with the Telu and the I can't remember the name off the top of my head, the other picks to make a set for multi-pick. I've got the Lock Noob set out there from multi-pick, the Goat Wrench, the Gut Wrench. I was involved in the Sparrow's Chaos card 2, the Vent credit card version 2, the Vent, the lockpicks that they've got all out at the moment as well, those new handles, and probably 3 or 4 other projects which you'll hear about in time. I'm looking behind me to see if I've forgotten anything, because I've got a few displays of things as well. I've probably forgotten something, but I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my I'm so fortunate. People forget that I literally do this as a hobby. This, I've got a day job, I've got a family, I've got hobbies and friends, and I absolutely adore this. And I'm in such a privileged position that lot companies are willing to take a risk to take on or adapt designs of mine to sell and for other people to enjoy and use, and that makes me so incredibly happy and blessed. It's unbelievable. Oh, no worries, Adam Harris. Medusa. Did I say the Medusa? I think so. iPad battery level. I don't know. I've turned the brightness of the screen down so much it's probably just ticking over now. When going to offer the new picks as a set? Yes, eventually I believe they are. Dadam Trammell. Is it Dadam Trammell or Adam Trammell? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're going to do some sets eventually, but the picks took a long time to develop. Why can't I pick this lock? Is this going to be the first one that's going to cause us problems today? Let's swap over to a different pick. You can patent. Oh yeah, you can definitely patent anything. You can do all sorts of things. Just, is it really worth it? Anyway, like I said, it's not really my worry. Lockpick companies can do what they want. This just won't go. Something's missing in here. Oh, Styrilock's here. I'm just going to cheat and have a peek at the key as a way to give me an idea what could be the issue. But I don't know. What it is. I've got all sorts of people watching now. Nice to see people like Styrilock join. I'm not happy with this lock at all. I'm going to start again on it. Should I change up picks? I'm going with the Daz Evers Classic. Try again. Yes, it's fantastic. Styrilock got his channel back. Do we know what happened there, Styrilock? Why it was taken down anyway? It just seems such a random thing to occur. Past 10 years, Sean says, past 10 years been a great renaissance for the lock sport hobby with the new tools that have come out. Yeah, no, it's been really good. Although I think that we're seeing, especially due to the COVID situation, I think that I've seen the community sort of go through some changes recently, and I think that people have got other priorities. I think that the in general the lot sport community is taking a bit of a backseat, a bit of a rest. I'm sure it will come back with a vengeance soon. I'll do my best to keep on doing what I'm doing the best way I know how, which isn't fantastic, but I'll do my very best. And hopefully there'll be more great new channels that come up in the ranks, and you know, bring especially the YouTube community back alive. That'll be brilliant. It just seems to be dead in there. They never explained anything to me. Yeah, that's so typical. Right, I'm going to swap to the bottom of the keyway tension because I can, and it can be quite refreshing. If anybody's ever tried to pick on a here's my excuses now. Anybody's tried to pick on a live stream, it's very different to just picking normally. It's, yeah, everything about it is just different. So yeah, don't judge me too hard if I can't pick this lock. Oh no, that tension. I've got the classic. That tension is slipping around the warding as well. So I'll need a thicker tension tool. Come on, what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Maybe this multi-pick one? Will that work? Okay, that could work. Camera makes it 25% more difficult. Oh, for sure. I'm just not convinced I'm getting the right amount of tension at all. We will get this. Lockdown means video games and lot sport to me. Yeah, Adam. I don't know if anybody knows I'm a gamer. And like my lock picks, I am, well, I'm a console gamer, but I don't care which console. I'll get them all if I can. I just like the games. I'm playing a lot of Apex Legends at the moment. Badly. Although I'm really enjoying Arenas. I'm also playing Slime Rancher and Hades as well. Maybe there's pin one there. Lockmania, hi. Yeah, I'm doing great. I hope everyone else is too. Tony says that he hasn't picked much since the whole COVID thing. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like that, Tony. I think I've noticed it in the community a lot, actually. But that's okay, you know. People move on. It's just that clearly, you know, I enjoy this hobby an awful lot, and you know, want to see it thrive, and you know, it'll come back. It always does. Things go in waves. Oh, fighting games, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. I'm just terrible at fighting games. That's one of the reasons I don't really play them. I'm just not good at them. Although I'll still have a bash at Soul Calibur any day if it's around. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this is not being nice to me at all, this lock. I don't know why. I can't even remember this being a difficult lock, truthfully. I actually want that tensioner in the top, so I need to do a triple swap over. That should work. Okay, cool. Any game you play with the mini noobs? Yes, Slime Rancher. It's really good. I've been trying to get my eldest into Hearthstone as well, which I'm actually sort of glad that he's not, because you can drop a ton of money on that game. No, I think I'm at the stage where this must be like watching paint dry. I have to go back and watch my own video of how to pick this lock, because at the moment I haven't got a clue, so I'm going to stop and move on. I also might be getting a little bit fatigued. Mako? Should do Mako? Let's do a Mako. We do have to just appreciate the colour of this. It's just lovely, isn't it? It's like a cobalt blue of some kind, or yeah, it's just really nice. So yeah, the matte lock, which isn't a hard lock, defeated me. Would love to see a realistic pen test simulator. Oh yeah, I think there is like a safe cracking simulator out there, which is supposedly quite good. That's all I know. Hit it with a hammer. Yeah, there's been a number of locks I own that have been very close to being flung out of a window, that's for sure. Maker's going to be harder, yeah, probably. But you never know, do you, with locks? You just got to give them a go and see what happens. Oh. Very clicky in here. In a good way, lots of nice feedback. Oh, are you off, Nico? Good night. Any good raking guide videos? I'm sure I've done some how to pick locks with some raking guides in them for sure. Love the Battlefield series until recently. Yeah, I'm a massive Battlefield fan, and Battlefield 1 was epic. Battlefield 5 was fine, but they made it a bit too hardcore, which meant that you end up just with old school, like, hardcore Battlefield players, and it just made all the matches a bit stressful. Do you know what I mean? It took a lot of the fun out of it when you don't have like a game which new players can find easy to pick up too. You tend to chop out the bottom, the heart of the community, and it just shrinks. Then I think sometimes they've got to appeal to the wider masses, and sometimes go their own way rather than appeal to the hardcore fans. Just get fresh blood in, no series will survive if you don't appeal to a more general audience sometimes. Battlefield 4 was good. What, Gaz? Are you saying that you didn't play a Battlefield 1? That was one of the best ones. I came to the Bad Company series too late, really. Reset. Try again. COD is awesome. It's just too fast for me. I'm old, Gaz. Titanfall 2 is good. Yeah, that's one like Apex. The movement system's excellent. Oh, full set. Good, good, good. Any other lockpicking questions to try and distract me from this pick, please? And we've got an open. There you go. Yeah, anyone want to throw me some questions? That would be appreciated. Give me my hands a bit of a rest. Yeah, I don't know why I managed to pick the... Oh, that's a legal lockpicker one. The Mako, not the Matlock. That's really strange. Am I going to gut any of these? If anybody wants me to, I can. I mean, it's one of those things where, is that interesting? If somebody goes, yeah, no, I'd really like to see inside one of these ones, we can gut one. My favourite security pine. What, like tree? Want to get that Mako? Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I think we can do that. I'm not going to pick it again. I'm going to actually use the key though. I was going to say Douglas fir actually, but maybe. All right, here we go. Ah, okay, good. Because I was hoping it wasn't a hex key. That there was a. No, too big. Oh, security pin. It depends. I really love the old gin bottle spool from Ruko. I love that one, but I also love to see Christmas tree pins. But yeah, a gin bottle with that Ruko do and the that little. Not countersunk, yeah, well, countersinking they do as well to catch it. Oh, that's just so good. Oh, yeah, look, there's an anti-bypass wafer in this Mako. Where is it? There we go. Put that there for you. Is that in shot? Yeah, it's in shot. Good. Right. See, this felt like it had some serrations and a spool or two in there. That's what it felt like. Okay, now. Somebody said to me they can't use the gut wrench for these smaller circlips, and it doesn't work quite the same as the larger ones. Sometimes what you've got to do is start almost by pushing in and off, but the Mako ones actually just come off really easy. Right, where's my... I did bring a follower out here for this exact reason, that I thought somebody might ask me to gut one. Hey, Grey has root. As a new lockpicker, I find it hard when a pig's position on the pin. Any advice? Things if I keep saying the monkey paw, then people are going to think I'm pushing a product, which I really want to avoid. But something like that can really help you. But the truth is, cutaway locks. I've got one here, which is quite a good one. So you'll be able to see where you are. The idea is you'd start picking and then like test yourself. Go, I think I'm on pin 3, turn it over. Are you? You know, that's a good way of doing it. What else is good? Yeah, I think say cutaways, notch picks, and just practice. Every new picker finds it difficult to know what pin they're on. It just is a thing. It's not something to be ashamed of. It just happens to everybody. I still find it difficult at times. There we go. Right. Okay, so it's nice. 6 pins. That's good, isn't it? And these are serrated key pins too, which is good. And Nothing special about the plug. Flip it over. I have some tweezers somewhere. Yeah, the gut wrench is one of the tools I made which I'm sort of the most proud of, because I genuinely would be lost without it. I use it so much, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I really hope other people like it too if they own one. Yeah, serrations. Spool. Is that a serrated spool? No, it's just a spool. Just a spool. Little spool again. Quite short springs. Really nice serrated pin. Come here, you. Really nice serrated pin. Make sure they are turned the way around they come out. Like that. And then, oh, that's flipped over, but, oh, it's a standard. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And I've just dumped all the springs out because I'm a big idiot. Okay. Any more? Oh no, they're all there, all 6 of them. Okay, well, I'll put them there and make it look like I meant to do that. It's not like we're live or anything, is it? There we go. Stop. Nice pins, actually. Yeah, I like those. So what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We've got where the pins are long enough, the key pins have serrations on, like overset traps. Pin 6 is standard. We've got some really nice deep serrations on pins 5 and 4, spools in 3 and 2, and serrated in 1. Let's have a look at these. One of these serrated pins, pretty nice actually. Yeah, I forgot the Mako did really nice serrations. The Master Lock Lotto Lock has a serrated pin, but they're more like scratches on the pin. Still, you can feel them, but they're nothing like that. The 410, isn't it? Master Lock 410. Oh, just got a sale email from Peterson. Cool. Gut wrench prototype you were proud of and went and lost it. Ah, yeah. Well, if we ever meet up, I'll bring another one that you can have, Tony. Although the prototypes, for the people who don't know, are made out of something like 410 stainless, completely the wrong material. Sparrows use like a I don't know, max yield or a full hard steel. And it's so hard. I mean, it's so hard. And the stuff that I got from the laser cutter, because it's very hard to find a laser cutter that even has thin material. The thinnest steel that they had was a very soft steel, but it was good enough to prototype, so that's what we used. But yeah, this is usable. The prototypes were basically like using butter. Yeah, horrid things. Right. I think that's the back. I think that's the front. Okay, let's put this back together. Master Lock security pins, yeah, John, which annoys me about Master Lock themselves, because as a brand, the brand that owns Master Lock also owns American Lock, so there really isn't any excuse. But there you go. Yeah, the Sparrows might use 301 stainless, but it's I think it's not just 301 standard. It's like it's been cold rolled and hardened. I think I could be wrong, that it's some kind of I think it could be max yield. If not, it's full hard, or something similar. It is super hard stuff compared to some other picks out there. But as I said, there's a lot of great picks to choose from, so I'm gonna do that. Ooh, this is from Reaper Locks. Where does the word boomslang come from for the Medusa picks? Right, so when Tepene and I were looking at some profiles, I drew on a piece of paper what I sort of wanted the boom slang to look like. And we had designed, I think, Tipene. Then he didn't just do what I'd drawn. He made a couple of other profiles as well, and I think we called one the Taipan and another one the Viper. I think it's been a while. And I don't know. I just think we were just on a vibe, because snakes are kind of cool, aren't they? So I think we're just sort of thinking of sort of cool names. Yeah, and the boomslang or baumslang or tree snake is, yeah, just really cool. Also, they're really awesome looking snakes as well. Right, so somehow not mess this up. Easier said than done. Like that, like that. I should have a, I don't think I've got one. Should definitely be using a shim, but we're just going to go for it. Or are we? No, I think we might need to shim this one. Why is it I don't have a shim when I need a shim? Can I get away with it? I don't think I'm going to get away with this. I think I need a shim. And I don't have a shim with me, so I think we're just going to retire this plug for a minute, because all my shims are underneath my camera, because I'm holding it up on boxes. Anyway, look, we did a gut. It'll only take me 5 minutes now to throw that back together, and I'll put that over this side somewhere where hopefully it's off camera and you can't see it. Are Peasants picks as hard as sparrows? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the metallurgy here, but Peterson picks are definitely hard. I think I broke one Peterson gem in all the time I've been picking, 5 years, and they're tough. They're really tough. Absolutely, the steel that Peterson, in fact, like I said, the steel that pretty much every major manufacturer use is great. So yeah, we're just spoiled, really. Yeah, the cold rolling is something to do with they roll it until the cold, and they get it thinner and thinner, and as they roll it, they're aligning the metal crystals, I think, and that makes the structure of the steel harder, but more brittle. Peterson picks are harder than Sparrows picks. The problem is that the shank is taller in a lot of Peterson picks. So while the shank is, here we go, less tall in the Sparrows. So I don't know per material, like per amount of material, who the strongest pick is. But I think it's largely a moot point. They're both strong enough, if that makes sense. So who's got the strongest steel is sort of moot, because I like them both, I use them both, and I've never had a problem with either. So yeah. Thumbs up, everyone. Thumbs up. Cool. Let's have a pick of something. Also realise it's 10 o'clock in the UK, and I'm getting tired. So I don't know what I fancy, actually. What do I fancy? I've got a yellow Master Lock Pro. That could be fun. Haven't picked that for a while. Reasonable bitting. Give it a go. Not sure it'll be successful. The pros are actually surprisingly good from Master Lock. Oh, yeah, Tony, really great that you were there with us, mate. Really appreciate it. And yeah, you're right, it is getting late here, and that's why I'm gonna have to head off at some point. So that's a 1. I need 1.2. Here it is. Is that okay? Can I get in there? This yellow one was owned by Lockpicking Lawyer. If anybody's interested. Yeah, it used to be one of Lockpicking Lawyer's locks. Okay, that feels good. Got key stuck up in the middle of the air somehow. I think I've done what I didn't mean to do and trapped the, yeah. Let's give it a go, all right. 5, 4, 3, 2, back through the back, into a false set, pin 1, oh, it's open, there you go. Sparrows as blanks for rakes and hooks, yeah. Yeah, Peterson used to do some of their steel as well, available for people to grind and make picks with. I think Law Lock Tools did as well. Yeah, it's a few of them used to. Whether they still do or not, I don't know. Is it worth buying cheaper cut-offs to practice on making... What is there? In like, yeah, well, Gaz, it's interesting. I actually didn't think it was open. It's got a surprisingly strong spring on this. Yeah, haven't picked the iPhone for a while. Again, quite a nice little iPhone. I think this is basically a Squire Sal 40. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just everything about it really reminded me of it. I'm surprised you're surprised. I'm always surprised. Honestly, I'm genuinely surprised how many locks I've managed to open tonight. Apart from that mat lock, I usually fail miserably when I'm live streaming. But no, it has been really great. It's been lovely to see so many people on the chat. Ah, Locks in the City. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't. This is purely the whole sort of reason doing the live streams purely because of just the community spirit. Really, it's just really fantastic to just be able to respond to people live instead of just like disjointedly a week later on when I'm going through my YouTube comments. So yeah, I'm all for it. I just wish I could live stream more often. It might swap over to top of the keyway actually. I don't know why I started bottom of the keyway. That's completely weird, but hey, you know, if it works. Where's my lunatic when you need it? Did someone ask me what the lock is? It's IFAM, although I I think it's made in the same factory as Squire's Sal 40, if I had to bet. Oh, we're open, there we go. Lock hack. Am I the only one who started a video by talking about how hard lock is open and then popping it open almost immediately? Yeah, I've done it before, but more likely what happens is I pick a lock off camera as a little practice run before starting filming, and then I can't pick it on camera at all, and never again. Locks can be really mean like that. Oh, 40 Blues for live streams. Think they're great. Thank you. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. I really love it, but it's very hard for me to sort of just organise my life and family in a way which means I can do this. But yeah, it's fantastic. You know, like I said, I recognise nearly everybody from my YouTube comments, so to actually interact with you live is just so much nicer. 37 takes on a video. Amateur Hell Angel. No, I don't know what my maximum is. It's quite a lot. Usually if like I'm picking a lock and I'm tired or not feeling very well and I get frustrated, instead of like stopping and deciding maybe another day, you just keep going for it, but you get worse and worse and more fatigued. 3 hours. Oh yeah, that's exhausting, isn't it? When you just want to get a lock. I think in general, if you haven't picked it in the first 5 times, take a break, like rest, put it to one side, do something else. But I know if you're anything like me, that's pointless advice, because you know that you're just going to keep going at it and getting more and more frustrated. Yeah. Oh, thanks. This is a channel with absolutely no content. Appreciated. Right. What's this one? US lock. It's actually hardened steel, this one. What's quite nice is I haven't picked a lot of these for absolutely... I mean, I think that clasp I've had since I first started picking, same as that Sal 40, I don't think I've touched them since I picked them that one time. It's actually quite nice to go back and have a go at them. Maybe I have, but yeah, very infrequently. So there you go. If you learned anything, it's just go rummage in your collection, crack out some old locks, and enjoy. Oh, that's quite a bit of movement. Or if it's all spools, or just go straight into a full set. Or oh no, that's awful. I mean, I know that's not great bitting, but that's not good, is it? That's way too quick. Oh, got that chub. I do fancy trying to do this chub today, because it's just so nice, isn't it? Nice big chunky boy. Ah, D Dono 2701. Good to see you live stream again. Cool. Terrible habit of opening a tricky lock and then trying it again straight away. Yeah, sometimes you just be like, because obviously, you know, get in some lockpick practice and then start filming. Every lock that you see on my channel has been picked probably about 5 minutes beforehand, and that's what can make it so frustrating if you just don't get it right, because you know you can pick it. It was picked. That's the it's so demoralizing sometimes. Oh, there are even more clones than this, Hell Angel. I don't have the pack lock with me at the moment. That's one that is somewhere nearby. Got a Sesame one as well, which is pretty cool. It's spelt completely weirdly. there's probably a load more Brinks. I don't have the Brinks 612 here at the moment. I don't think I've even got one actually. There we go, got it. Packlock is one of the best clones. Yeah, Packlock's pretty good. Here's a question for the chat. What's better, Packlock or Mako? I'm not going to get involved in this one. Okay, what's this? Ooh, look at that bitting. This could be a bit of a pig. I mean, hey, we'll go for it, right? I can only fail. Oh, lots of people saying Packlock instead of Mako. Start an argument, say out to it. Yeah, absolutely, Adam. That's the best way to do it. Truck the grenade and run. Neither Matlock. Yes, clearly. I actually agree with Gumby. Both are pretty fantastic locks. The Packlock Pro is pretty good, I have to say. DJono2701, definitely worth picking up a Mako and a Packlock, preferably the Packlock Pro. Definitely, you know, if they're both great to pick. Oh, thanks, Chris. Nice chub pick. Yeah, I'm better than this this ace pick, that's for sure. I have a feeling this one is not gonna go for it. This one. Ooh, Amazon Basics, are they cloning the 1100? Not that I know of. Interesting if they did though. Oh, Starlock, no, thank you so much for even popping by. Super appreciated as always. Have a great one, mate. Oh, welcome back, Brian. Yeah, not getting anywhere with this this ace fast, that's for sure. Might have to call this one another win. Sorry, another loss, sorry. How long do you pick a lot before moving on? What, on live stream till I get bored? In real life, I usually find out pretty quickly whether I think I'm getting anywhere. It's usually whether I get feedback on a lock. Am I getting a sense of what I'm actually picking? Ooh, that's. Did you see that? A full set and almost just came out of. With attention there, just almost came out. Never feel bad about looking at key before picking. No, it can be really helpful. It's not quite as helpful as some people make it out to be, but it can be really helpful. But that being said, if you want to get sort of good at picking locks you've not seen before, then yeah, you know, just hide that key away, because it can, give you a bit too many clues. But no, it's a tool, it's a reference point. Use it. Even experienced pickers use the key as a reference point. There's quite literally nothing wrong with doing that at all. Depends what you want out of your hobby. I barely had a chance to really acknowledge the keys in particular tonight. And I've just come out of a full set, which is really upsetting because I was in that full set, and it's just I pushed up on a pin, and now I'm out of it, so I'm going to start again. Arrgh. Yeah, it was quite a deep fault set, wasn't it, that I managed to completely mess up. Ooh, litter picker, an idea for a video: buy one of every type of padlock that you can find in Poundland, then unbox and open the lot in one take. It's not a bad idea, actually. I genuinely like that idea. It's a good one. Where get top of the keyway tensions like that? Oh, everybody sells them. Sparrows, Peterson Law, Lock Tools, Multi-Pick, Vent, probably every other lockpick manufacturer out there. Yeah, you just pick a major lockpick manufacturer of your choice and have a look, and they'll be called pry bars or top of the or TOC or top of the keyway tools. Monkey paw from Multi-Pick. Well, there's nothing stopping them from doing it, apart from the fact it would probably look a bit bad if they did, if that makes sense. But doesn't mean they couldn't do it. And yeah, you're right. Windshield wipers. Where is it? I've got the top of the keyway tensioner here. No, that's weirdly a multi-picked one. Here's a couple made from some thick ones made from windscreen wipers.